Imagine stepping into a brand new SUV that looks like a luxury import, but costs less than some compact sedans. The 2025 GWM Haval H7 has just arrived, and it's already turning heads with its bold design, premium interior, and features you normally only see in vehicles twice the price. But here's the big question: is this just another flashy newcomer, or could it really challenge the likes of Toyota, Honda, and Hyundai in the US market? Stick around, because what I discovered in this review might change how you look at budget SUVs forever. The 2025 GWM Haval H7 isn't just another SUV rolling into dealerships, it's the latest move from one of China's fastest-growing automakers, aiming to win over US drivers who are used to names like Toyota, Honda, and Ford. GWM, or Great Wall Motors, has been expanding aggressively worldwide, and the Haval brand is their ticket into the highly competitive mid-size SUV market. This launch matters because the H7 isn't trying to compete as a bargain bin option, it's stepping into a segment packed with bestsellers, promising modern design, a surprisingly upscale interior, and a price point that could turn heads. For families looking at their next crossover, or car enthusiasts curious about new players shaking up the scene, this SUV deserves attention. In just a moment, we'll dive into the exterior styling, interior quality, tech features, and performance numbers. But before we get into the details, let's set the stage. Could this be the first Haval that truly resonates with American buyers, or is it just another bold attempt destined to get lost in the crowd? Let's find out. Now that we've set the stage, let's dig into what the 2025 Haval H7 actually brings to the table. On the outside, the design immediately makes a statement: sharp lines, bold lighting signatures, and a stance that feels more premium than you'd expect at this price. The front grille stretches wide and confidently, flanked by slim LED headlights that give it a modern, upscale appearance. Move to the side profile, and you notice a slightly sporty silhouette, with clean character lines running from the headlights to the taillights, adding to its strong road presence. It's the kind of styling that wouldn't look out of place parked next to a Lexus RX or a Hyundai Santa Fe. Step inside, and things get even more interesting. The cabin feels unexpectedly premium for a newcomer brand. Soft touch materials line the dashboard and doors, the seating feels plush, and the overall layout is modern and uncluttered. At the center, you're greeted by a large digital infotainment screen, backed up by a crisp digital instrument cluster. Features like wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, wireless charging, and ambient lighting make you feel like you're in a car that costs thousands more. But design and comfort are only half the story. Under the hood, the H7 comes with a turbocharged 2.0-liter engine pushing out solid horsepower and torque, paired with an automatic transmission that feels smooth around town. The performance isn't groundbreaking, but it's more than enough for highway merging, city driving, and even a bit of weekend adventure. For buyers who care about efficiency, the fuel economy figures land comfortably within what you'd expect for a mid-size SUV, putting it in the same ballpark as rivals from Toyota and Honda. Of course, no car is perfect. While you'll find plenty to like, there are areas that raise questions. Cargo space isn't as generous as some segment leaders, and brand recognition is still a hurdle. Many US buyers simply don't know GWM yet. And although the infotainment system looks great, early impressions suggest it may not be as fast or intuitive as what you'd get in a Toyota Highlander or a Honda Pilot. And this balance between strengths and weaknesses is where the competition gets really interesting. Because while the Haval H7 clearly delivers on style, comfort, and features, it's not yet proven how it will hold up in terms of long-term reliability and resale value. In just a moment, we'll break down the standout highlights and drawbacks one by one, so you can see if the H7 is truly ready to take on segment leaders, or if it's simply an ambitious newcomer with a few rough edges. This is the moment we've been building toward, the real test that decides whether the 2025 Haval H7 is just hype or the real deal. On paper, the numbers looked promising, but how does it actually feel in the driver's seat? Out on the road, the first thing you notice is the smooth acceleration. The turbo engine doesn't roar, it hums, confidently pushing you forward without strain. The ride is surprisingly quiet, even at highway speeds, with minimal road noise seeping into the cabin. Take the highway merge, for example. You step on the gas, and the response is quicker than many competitors, which is something you don't expect from a vehicle at this price point. Even the suspension feels tuned with comfort in mind, soaking up bumps and potholes while keeping the ride stable and controlled. But then comes the twist: the infotainment system, which looked so slick in the showroom, shows a bit of lag when switching menus or connecting with smartphones. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's a reminder that this SUV still has a few areas to polish. And yet, for every shortcoming, there's a moment that makes you think twice. The cabin remains impressively quiet even at 70 miles per hour, fuel economy comes in better than advertised, and advanced safety features, like adaptive cruise control and lane keeping assist, work smoothly without feeling intrusive. It's this push and pull between surprising strengths and small shortcomings that creates the real drama here. So, does the Haval H7 rise above the competition, or is it a stylish experiment that falls just short of greatness? That's the big question we're about to answer as we move into the final verdict. So, after putting the 2025 Haval H7 through its paces, here's the bottom line. This SUV delivers on standout design, a spacious and premium-feeling cabin, modern technology, and a smooth, quiet ride, all at a price that undercuts many well-known rivals. These are the things that make it a serious contender in the midsize SUV segment. At the same time, it's not without drawbacks. The infotainment system could be faster, brand recognition in the US is still low, and questions about long-term reliability and resale value remain unanswered. For families who want value-packed practicality and modern styling, or younger buyers looking for something fresh that stands out from the crowd, the H7 could be a smart choice. But if you prioritize a proven track record, dealership networks, and high resale value, brands like Toyota, Honda, or Hyundai may still feel like safer bets. What makes this launch significant is how it signals the future of the US market. Global players like GWM aren't just dipping their toes in anymore, they're coming in strong, with vehicles that put pressure on established automakers to innovate and compete harder. And in the end, that's good news for buyers. So, the big question is: does the Haval H7 deserve a spot in your driveway, or is it still a wait-and-watch SUV? Drop your thought.